One of the last people to work with the Oscar-winning actor right now, Hal Sparks. Hal, you took part in a stand-up show with Robin just a couple of weeks ago. How did he seem to you back then?
He seemed fine, and I think that's what the ongoing feeling was. I'm sure to everyone around him, he seemed fine yesterday. You know, the nature of this kind of thing, you know, is a mystery to everybody who knew and loved him. We all knew he was a very empathetic soul and that he hurt a lot. He'd been dealing with that his whole life. But I never got the feeling that he was this idea of a tortured comedian with a lot of internal demons that somehow, you know, it sort of peaked in some sort of morbid self-focus that might have caused something like this. He's not. He never read as that kind of person. The experience of him was that I think he just felt so deeply for so many people, and the hurt, you know, that he may have felt in his life wasn't just about him. He always seemed to perform from a space of, I want everybody here to be happy. I desperately want everyone here to be happy. Yeah. And that's where that joy came from. That's why what I think most people resonated to. It wasn't this just kind of dig me kind of idea.
He brought so much. How he brought so much joy and laughter to everybody who watched him. What was it like performing, you know, in the same room as him?
Oh, he was so deferential and sweet. You know, we'd just done the show. It's a show called Set List, which is an improvised stand-up show, and for a lot of comics, it's a big deal. Coming up with, you know, 5-10 minutes of material off the cuff is crazy. I enjoy it, but a lot of comics panic when they do it. Here we'd all done this show, and then Robin came up and did a surprise set at the end. Just was a surprise guest on it. And it was almost like he was hiding in the back up until the moment he went on stage. And then even in the beginning, he was a little like, I don't want to blow the doors off. This is everybody else's show. But then his natural personality, his natural talent just kind of, you know, burst forth. He was always like a coiled spring when you were around him, you know? And I know Billy Crystal and Whoopi feel the same way, that there was this element of you could get on with what you were doing, but you had to constantly look over your shoulder if he was there, because he always had something to add, you know? It was, you know, they always say, don't act with babies or animals. And I think you could add Robin Williams to that circle as well. The unpredictability and the charm of what he did would overwhelm any set or circumstance you could find yourself in with him. There was no eyes on you if Robin was in the room.
No, and your eyes would, of course, be on him as well. Hal, it's been such a pleasure to speak to you this morning. Thank you for sharing those few memories that you have with Robin from what obviously was such a very most recent experience of working with him as well. I think what Hal says is so true. When we interviewed him live, when Jenny and I were doing Entertainment Today, and he was with Jackie Brambles in San Francisco, and you're live. We've got a 40-minute show, and he just was